welcome to today's Life with Herpes. I am your host, Alexandra Harbushka. Host sounds so formal. I am the founder of Life with Herpes. I'm Alexandra Harbushka. Life with Herpes is a blog, it's a podcast, it's a YouTube channel, but most importantly, it's a community for people just like you and me who are living with genital herpes. So welcome to today's Ask Alexandra Live. I'm excited to be here with you. Let's get some fun effects. I love doing it on my phone because I get like cool, see how ooh, that's cool. That's super cool. My eyes look a little scary. Let's see what else. That's like, I'm a ghost. That's all sexy. Let's see. We'll do glamour. I like that one. Okay. So anyways, yeah, hey, thanks for the like. Welcome, friends. I'm looking at myself. I'm super tired. I've been on vacation, so like I feel like I need a vacation from my vacation. Anyways, okay, let's get started. I have all my little notes here. Okay. Can you give herpes to someone by hugging them with bare arms? So it depends. If you have herpes on your arm, so like if I have it on my arm and it's skin to skin, then yes, you technically can. However, herpes likes a specific type of skin. Herpes likes your lips and it likes your genital region. Can it go other places? Yes, I've heard of people having it in other locations. However, it really does like those two areas. So if you give it an opportunity to go somewhere else, then it will. Meaning if you have a scratch or you have like an open wound or something like that, then it can go there if you give it an opportunity. So chances are you don't have herpes on your arm. Chances are you have oral herpes or genital herpes. And so therefore hugging them with bare arms or being skin to skin with someone, other locations than your mouth or your genital region, you are totally fine. So you don't need to worry about that. I know I have a lot of parents that are really concerned about their kids or like, you know, what if my kids grab my legs, or like, you're totally fine as long as you don't have it there, right? What I really like to encourage with this is take herpes with a grain of salt. Do you want to pass it to anybody? No. But what I don't want you doing and what I don't want to happen is I don't want you to start like cutting off parts of your body, like not being able to live life, enjoy your body. It's your body. It's a beautiful body, and feeling like you can't touch certain parts. All right, next one. I'm taking an antiviral. What does that mean for my sexual partner when it comes to oral and penetrative sex? Okay, great question. So taking an antiviral is one of the best ways to prevent transmitting herpes to your partner. So that's a really great thing that you're doing. I appreciate you doing that, right? And I'm sure your partner does as well. So you've had Danielle. So let me answer that. You've had 0 outbreaks. You're diagnosed in March. Okay, so I'm just going to answer the question that just popped up. So you've had 0 outbreaks. You were diagnosed in March. Will you ever have an outbreak? You may not. I don't know. You may have something and not think it's an outbreak. It could just be, you know, a little scratch or a pimple, and it may be misdiagnosed in our minds, right? We see things, we're like, oh, it can't be herpes. It's like, look at having a pimple, right? You'll be like, wait, that's not a pimple. It's not that. There's no way that's a pimple. There's no way, right? So we start to tell ourselves it's not. Will you ever have an outbreak? You may or may not. I've been 14 years, I've had an outbreak 14 years apart. So you may or may not have an outbreak. I don't know if that answers your question. I have my husband here. He wants to say hi.
Hey, everybody.
This is Bill.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? That's our speaker.
Oh, it's your speaker today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Thanks for saying
You
that.
having fun?
I am.
Yeah?
What
are we talking about today?
We were just, someone just asked a question. She's positive for herpes, but has never had an outbreak. So she's wondering if she'll ever have an outbreak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
You know.
I don't know. It just depends on her body. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, good. Yeah, I totally get being new to all this. It's a big shock. It's a big deal, and of course, actually having an outbreak is not a big deal. It's the diagnosis that is a bigger deal. It's I feel like such a
You
dork
want to
holding
put
this.
that on there?
Maybe.
Put that back
How
in
about I
there.
put it over here next to you?
Oh, you could do
So it
that.
could be together. It's
Okay.
so cute.
Yeah, it works.
It's the diagnosis that really shocks us just due to the stigma. So, do you guys have any questions for Bill while he's here? Because I know you guys do all the time. He has a fan club. You guys ask for him all the time. And now you're here, no one's asking you questions. You're like, I don't have a fan club.
It's okay. I think you're lying to me.
I'm not.
No, I have a fan club.
You do.
Okay, good.
This morning, you guys, Bill did bar with me.
Oh my God. We were sweating up a storm.
You were. I wasn't. Have you ever done bar?
You didn't sweat at all?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
I know.
I know.
I
I was
saw
working.
that.
I was like twinkle toes
You were.
up on my little,
You were.
toes and kicking my leg up and
You were.
doing the little pirouette thingies, and I was
You
really
were.
good.
You're good.
I was really
You're
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll keep going. Hey, welcome, new friends. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions for Bill while he's here, because Bill is my husband, and everyone's like, does he really love you even though you have herpes? Or what do you guys?
Of course.
I know.
Of course.
I know.
You know I do.
I know you do.
It's amazing. We're just,
I know.
super lucky, and it's such a minor part of life and world, and the precautions you take and everything that happens. You just do it. You just wait.
You do it.
You
Yeah, you
do
just
it,
wait.
you
You work around it. It's like having your period.
and I don't have herpes as yet, and Alexandra has certainly been very cautious at times when there is an outbreak. So, and then we figure it out.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's super, and the time that's spent. Oh, you're doing that again, huh?
Yeah, you can.
No, I was just gonna say, the time that's spent on, like, the sex and all that kind of stuff is so minor compared to the time that you spend life with your significant person in your life, and it's just amazing. So I have the most amazing wife and the most amazing partner, and I would never want to miss out because of something that has been going on for generations and generations, and the stigma that's attached to it, certainly comes out. So I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be with the most amazing, beautiful person ever. I'm super lucky.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying all that and being on the show today.
Yeah.
Live.
Anything else?
No.
that I can
mean,
help?
unless people ask questions. Real love is unconditional, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
So you can stay or you can go, whatever you want to do.
I will. If you want to come back and get me, if there's anything that
I will.
I can help, I'm happy to help.
Cool. Are you going to get in the shower?
I will.
Okay.
And then
I
we're
won't
gonna
get
go
him
have
in
a
the
great
shower,
day. We're
guys.
going to have a great day.
But
Are we going to have an amazing
we're
day?
going to have an amazing day.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I can't wait.
Okay.
I love you.
Bye.
All right. So a little guest visit from Bill. We're on vacation, so Bill's here. Otherwise, he'd normally be at work. Right, Bill?
Right.
All right. So if I'm taking an antiviral, what does that mean for my sexual partner when it comes to oral and penetrative sex? So that was the question I was answering earlier. And antiviral is a great thing. It's really important that if you are positive with herpes and your partner is not, taking an antiviral can really reduce the transmission. And I don't have it in front of me, and I think it's 48%. But don't quote me on that. I think it's 48%. I think it's. Condoms reduce transmission between 30 and 50%, and antivirals reduce transmission by 48%. So that's huge, right? That's really huge. Taking antiviral doesn't change your sex life. It doesn't make sex better, worse, anything. It has nothing to do with the actual act of doing sex or having sex. Really, it just prevents the outbreaks and it prevents the viral shedding, which is the two ways that you would transmit herpes to your partner. What I'm going to recommend for you is talk to your partner. Is eczema related to herpes? Because when you irritate, and I lost the question. if you can re-ask me that question in like 2 seconds, I'll answer it. Because I lost it and I don't know how to find my questions here. Yeah, sorry. So it's really important that you talk to your partner. Kind of like Bill was saying, I've been very cautious. I've been open. I've been talking to him. When I have outbreaks, I let him know. Things like that. Okay, I'll answer your eczema question about herpes. Thanks for re-asking it. So yeah, taking the antiviral doesn't change your sex life. It's not a birth control. It doesn't change anything. All it does is it lessens the transmission status. So I hope that answers. I hope that answers your question. So does eczema have anything to do with herpes? No, eczema and herpes are 2 different things. Personally, I don't know that much about eczema. I know that it's a skin disease. So is herpes. Herpes is a skin disease as well. Herpes is viral. So it's transmitted virally. It is a virus. You do have it for the rest of your life. Eczema, I don't know that much about it to speak on it. Okay, I'll answer your question, Taylor. But yeah, so herpes and eczema are 2 different things. If you do have eczema, I would talk to a dermatologist, see what you do for it. I really don't know that much about it. How do you talk to your partner? So both you were saying, Taylor, both you and your partner did not know you had herpes. That's such a big one for so many people, is like, how do you tell your partner it? And it's different levels. It's like some people are in a relationship when they find out. Some people have had it and now they're getting into a new relationship. So Taylor, it sounds like for you, you are in a relationship with someone, you both found out you have it. I recommend the sooner the better. So if you are in a relationship with someone, you are sleeping with them, or you have found out you have herpes and you're like, what's going on, partner? How come you didn't tell me you have herpes? The sooner you can tell them and digest it together is really important. So you're going through the grievance process or the shock process or whatever those stages of acceptance are. And it's really important that your partner sees that and your partner goes through that with you. Whether he or she has herpes or not, it's really important they see that, because it's one of those things, like, once you've grieved, if it's been like 2 months, and I'm using the word grieving just because it's a powerful word, and we all understand what that means talking about herpes. So when I'm using the word grieving, anyways, if you've grieved for 2 months, you've gone through highs and lows and ups and downs and been happy and sad, and it's okay, no big deal, and it's not okay, it's a huge deal, right? You've gone through that roller coaster for a couple of months, for 2 months. If you tell your partner, so we tell your partner 2 months later, you might be in a state of like, yeah, I have herpes, no big deal. And then your partner's like, what? That's a huge deal. What are you talking about? That's a huge, huge, huge deal. So if you can go through it together when you're first aware, you can go through that together, so you and your partner can go through the shock, the overwhelm, the what now? Oh my gosh, why did this happen? All of these things together, it's definitely going to make a stronger partnership. So I recommend that. I recommend telling your partner right away. Hope that answered your question. I'm positive for HSV1. I've had outbreaks orally and genitally. Does that mean that I need to get retested for genital herpes? Can you explain how I know when I have it? Okay. So if you're positive for HSV1, then that is the virus, the first virus, HSV1. It can go orally and it can go genitally. One of the biggest misconceptions is it only is oral. It's not. It is also genital. So in fact, that's a huge rise of genital herpes right now, is actually the oral virus, right? The HSV1. So if you test positive for that, it must mean you have it in both locations. If you're saying you've had outbreaks in both locations, then that would mean you have HSV1 in both locations. It got transmitted there somehow, or what? So anyways, you have it in both locations. Does that mean to get retested for genital herpes? If you just got tested, then chances are it's accurate. If this is something that you were tested years ago, and you're like, I had oral herpes years ago, now I have it in the genital region, what's going on? Yeah, I'd get retested if this was something years ago, but if you just got your test back and you know you have both, then I'm pretty sure those tests are accurate. How do you know when you have it? I can't explain necessarily how you know when you have it, but I know when I have it, I'm run down, I don't sleep well, I'm not eating well, maybe, like I'm really abusing my body. I say abusing, but I'm burning it from two ends. I'm not taking care. I'm not eating right. Maybe having some extra desserts or some sugar or, just having more alcohol. That's how I know I'm going to come down with it, especially if I'm traveling. Travel will cause it as well. But I know when I have it, it's a pain. Excuse me, it's a pain. It's a hot, for me, it's hot. It's a pain. And it's like one of those things that's angry to touch. I'm going to talk about zits because it's easier. You get some zits, like they hurt to touch, right? Other ones you get in there and you just pop it and it's like no big deal. But there's those ones that just really, really, really hurt. That's what my outbreaks feel like. They don't itch. A lot of people get itchies. But that is a sign, like an itchiness or a tingle. Mine are just hot, like it's hot to touch almost, like it's just a pain. So that's how I know I'm getting it. Everyone's a little bit different. And that's something I really want to encourage you to do. I really want to encourage you to get familiar with your signs and symptoms. For you, it may not be sleep. You may be like, I only sleep 4 hours a night. Why would it be sleep? I don't need sleep. For me, if I slept 4 hours a night, I guarantee you I'd wake up the next day with an outbreak. So everyone's a little bit different, and I want to encourage you to know what your symptoms are. Okay. What was it like when you were dating with herpes? So this is kind of similar to the question was asked before by one of the people joining in was when do you tell your partner? This is a question is what was it like to date when you were with herpes? And I guess you're asking me personally. For me personally, it took me 2 years to move on from my relationship that I was in. And primarily it was because of self-conscious. I was self-conscious of having herpes and self-confidence and all that. And it took me personally 2 years to overcome it and realize like this is bullshit. This is a virus that is microscopic, that it causes a blister. Like for me to not date or not believe that I have the world at my fingertips is absolutely what the stigma wants you to believe. And so I decided to move on from that and go out and date. And so I was about 30 years, I was turning 30. My birthday's in November, and it was about this time of the year. It was like August, September, and I was like, all right, I'm out. Like, I'm turning 30. So turning 30, I decided I'm going to date. I'm going to date everyone. I'm going to have fun. I don't care. And when I say date, I don't mean sleep with. When I say date, I don't mean I slept with them. When I say date, I don't mean I was their girlfriend. When I say date, I mean I went out to coffee. I went to yoga. I went on hikes. I did everything possible to go out and meet people and have fun, whether I liked the guy or didn't like the guy. And because I knew that the more, maybe I didn't like, when I say liked or didn't like, it may not have been an initial like, oh my gosh, but you never know. Like, you never know what you're going to find out. So I definitely want to encourage you, if you're dating, do not let herpes hold you back. It is bullshit if you let it. There's so many avenues, so many ways to date. It is difficult. It depends on, I was in sales. So I was in the mortgage industry. I was in sales. So I was out all day long. I was meeting with people, talking to people. So my reach of people was a lot. Like I said, I was out. Like I wasn't behind a desk at work, where the only people you would see were the people you work with, and then you go home and then that's it, right? So I was exposed to a lot of people, and that's why I had a lot of opportunities to go on dates. I don't know what your particular situation is, but if you are not exposed to a lot of people, I highly recommend dating websites. They are great. They're a great way to meet people, and basically the magic still has to happen. The chemistry still has to happen. You still need to go out on a date. All that needs to happen, but it's just an avenue to meet people. So if you're looking to date, I really recommend doing that. I personally am the spokesperson for Meet People with Herpes. I'm very fond of that dating app, so I would recommend that one if that's something you don't want to. The elephant's already out of the room as far as having herpes. You guys both have it. You have it. So it's okay to just kind of move through that conversation. But any type of dating, I recommend it. There's nothing wrong with dating and dating a lot at all. Like, that does not mean you're a slut, doesn't mean you're a whore, doesn't mean you're a pimp, whatever. Like, there's nothing wrong with dating and going out and exploring. And I believe you learn a lot from each date. You really do. You learn a lot from each person you go out with. They will teach you something about yourself. So I highly recommend that. All right. Any more questions for today? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I wasn't here last week. I was we were on vacation and we were on flying and things like that. So I apologize that I was not here last week. All right, if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. You can always go to lifewithherpes.com and join. It's free. It's awesome. It's an online community of people just like you and me. It's really, I hear daily from people, like, if it wasn't for this community, I wouldn't have been able to cope or move on, or it lifts people up. So if you are dealing with herpes and you are feeling alone and want people to talk to, which I totally understand, go to lifewithherpes.com. It warms my heart to see so many wonderful people over there. All right, I will see you all next week, next Friday. I will not be on vacation. I will not be as tired as this. Sorry, guys. My husband and Bill, I'm going to say my husband, you met him today. Bill and I decided to have a big night last night. So we had some wine. We had wine. We did that. And I'm tired today. I'm really tired. You can hear it in my voice. Okay. I'm going to take a nap. You have a great rest of your Friday. And if you're on vacation, I hope you're enjoying your vacation as well. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me. And it warms my heart that you are here. And please let me know if there's anything I can do, answer any questions, make any changes, things like that. I love hearing from you all. All right. Have a great rest of your Friday. I'll see you all soon. Bye. And I never know how to sign off. It always is hard. Yeah. Okay. End. Bye.